Hi, welcome back to this YouTube channel. Playing some more F1 2018 tonight. Got a little view box for my face here. Played 4 rounds of practice, and now we're on to the race. And this is a tough one. I've actually played it once and blew the wheel off. So these guys will stop, and then you go right into them and blow the wheels off. Like that. Just a little nudge and it messes the fin up. Once you mess the front fin up, then you have to go and take it in to have it fixed, and then that costs you a bunch of time. So you just gotta make the race without hitting anybody. So it's more than just watching the line there. Oh, I'm about to spin out. You gotta watch the line and the drivers, obviously, but you know, if you get used to being in first place with no cars, and then you can really hug that line and be as fast as possible. But these other guys, they're braking differently. They're not braking last minute, they're slowing down kind of gently, and you go right into them. I'll win this race if I don't talk about it, but if I say something, it'll probably ruin it. But I was just going to continue with my discussion about the Xbox One X and VR, and how this kind of a game would be perfect. If they had continued on their promise of having VR, this would be an excellent game to have in VR. Because I actually have the PS4 Pro, and I got, what is that, Drive Club. And they have some races where you're in kind of an F1 type of a car. And it's really neat, because you can see the interior, and it's all 3D. And I was quite a bit disappointed about Xbox not coming out with their VR, and then they're shelving the VR. And I think a lot of people may have bought it with VR in mind, or being future-proof to VR. And I think they kind of stole some sales that way, that they wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And then, you know, it's possible that they needed a certain number. They needed 6,000. Everything's got to be 6. Everything takes 6 years to make, and they need 6 million sales to do VR, but they didn't get it. So, and it may be because of future tumbles. I've heard people say Microsoft makes bad decisions, and you know, I'm like a little skeptical when I hear people say that, but now I can see it. You know, there's one of their main selling points at E3 when they introduced the Xbox is VR, for the best VR experiences or something. Guy had his hands in his pockets and he's touting it and being like a regular Joe and everything, and we're like, alright. Well, they want 5 bills. So that's like bills you can pay your electric bill, right? Okay, but we're going to use it and we're going to pay it for the Xbox. So, okay, we'll do that. You know, we're not going to invest it. We could have invested it. So, you know, it's like these cars. They say they go 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, and then they make them and they say, well, it goes in 4 seconds. Well, the whole reason I put my pre-order in is because it says 2.9 seconds, you know. Car companies don't do that. Like, oh, well, that was the virtual reality, is us telling you that you were going to get virtual reality. It's kind of like fake, you know. You're into that, right? So it's a little bit insulting, because you are buying a fake product that makes fake experiences, and then they faked making it. And how could they redeem themselves? is to allow third-party VR headsets to be used on their system and allow third-party developers to make games for it. And that's it. Because they're already sitting on them and they already run on Windows 10. So they're not really developing, they're just getting a bigger cookie. They're just, they already have the game, they already have the headset, they already utilize Windows 10 to get everything done. And all Microsoft needs to do is come out with a patch and figure out how the cables connect, and away you go. And they could do that, and I don't see why they don't. And these guys are old, and I don't know if I said that in the last video, but these guys are old. Bill Gates, he doesn't have a whole lot of years left. I don't care how much money he has a finite amount of time, and it's probably similar to a lot of other people. And that's not to, say we're on the same terms as, on something. I'm just trying to say that while you're around, wouldn't you want to make the very best, instead of making money off of people and taking $500 and then kind of lying to them on accident maybe about what they're going to get, and then make all these donations to a foundation and give money away all over the world for, to help them get solar power or something. Why not help the people that you promised to get VR to, that paid the money? It's their money in the first place that you want to give away to people, and that's fine. You think you earned it. But if you have to lie to people to get them to buy your product and then not come out with stuff that you intended on doing and then decide it wasn't going to be worth it financially, if you're that rich, you should be coming out and with a loss. You should come out with something that makes a statement, especially in this day and age. With all that's going on with technology, you should be making a statement with VR. Why is VR failing? Well, it's like chicken or the egg. Why are you failing? That's why VR is failing. Why does VR fail? Because you failed it. It's not 3D TVs. 3D TVs. That's another thing. Is if you have a lot of raunchy material that you're putting out, or is capable to be put on your product, it's going to have that kind of connotation and that kind of stigma with other people and women and all kinds of things, and they're not going to want one in the house. So what you got to do is you have to make it a noble product. It needs to be noble. So what you could do is have a game like this and other games on Steam, and games that are pre-developed already. And the 3D TV was nice for some movies, but everybody ended up, it was something about the point of view was for where the camera took the image, and it wasn't where you were sitting, so it ended up looking weird. It was like those things you used to look at it when you were a kid, where you had the slides on a disc. I forgot what they call those things. But you could see